Hey Krishna, welcome you all for our e-Gurukula sessions. And today is Saturday. We have a Srila Prabhupada book study. So recently, His Grace Anandmay Prabhu, who is a senior disciple of Srila Prabhupada, is there in our temple here. So he was giving a class, just yesterday's class. He was telling Srila Prabhupada's books. There is one devotee, disciple. His name also he mentioned, I forgot. So he was telling, he said to Prabhupada, Prabhupada, I am reading your books regularly. So Prabhupada asked him, are you reading or are you studying? So reading or studying is important to know what we are doing. Right? So studying is important. Reading means like just putting eyes and then going through or complete it. But no understanding, no application, no relevance. Study means looking into that, what is the point, what is said, how it is useful, what is being up, how can we look into our lives, how we can become better by applying that. So that's why Srila Prabhupada has given all the needful things for all of us in his books. Everything you'll find in the books. And that's why even the great leaders in the society, they're speaking today, the need of studying Srila Prabhupada's books. And I'll show you one video now on the screen. You all are able to see here? Is
Yes,
this?
Prabhuji.
Oh. I'll put the full screen is also coming now.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Now you can hear him.
Friends, I would specially urge my young friends to have a look at the Bhagavad Gita. The teachings are extremely practical and relatable.
Prabhuji, we can't see the video.
In the middle of past lives,
Hey, really?
Gita will
Can see.
provide an oasis.
We can see only the slide, Prabhuji, not the video.
It is a practical guide for several dimensions of life.
Now is it coming?
Never forget.
Yes, Prabhuji. Can you please keep from starting?
In the beginning only I asked, somebody said yes also. Beginning only you should tell properly. I'll put once again.
Friends, I would specially urge my young friends to have a look at the Bhagavad Gita. The teachings are extremely practical and relatable. In the middle of past lives, the Gita will provide an oasis of calm and peace. It is a practical guide for several dimensions of life. Never forget the famous verse, Karmanyevadikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana. It will free our mind from fear of failure and put our focus on our action. The chapter on Jnana Yoga deals with the importance of true knowledge. Bhakti Yoga teaching us the importance of devotion. It touched upon in one of the chapters. Every chapter has something to offer to cultivate a positive frame of mind. Above all, the Gita reinforces the sentiment that each one of us is a spark of the Supreme, the all-powerful Divine. This is something even Swami Vivekananda highlights. My young friends be having to cope with many tough decisions as well. During such times, always ask yourself, if I were in place of Arjuna, facing this dilemma, what would Sri Krishna ask me to do? This works brilliantly because you suddenly start detaching your own likes and dislikes from the situation. You start looking at it from the eternal principle of the Gita. And it will always take you to the right place and will always help you taking tough decisions.
So you got the point, what he's telling? All of you understood? Yes?
Yes, Prabhuji. Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah. So even the great personalities, the leaders of the society, they're realizing importance. Of course, many have already realized, but they're urging now. They're urging the society, please take help of this great knowledge. It will help us. And Srila Prabhupada did that already. He has been requested so much. I have painstakingly sacrificing my nights, sleeps. I have written these books. Everything you'll find in the books, and you'll make your life more better. So just read and study my books. Not read, study my books. So welcome you all for today's Srila Prabhupada book study session. Om Ajnana-timirandasya Gyananjana-shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vande Aham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajata Sahagana Raghunathan Tam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Pada Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakha Nutamsha Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Nitinamine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshtarine Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namine Gauratvashe Namaha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostate Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhano Sute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya eva cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So anyone knows which book we are reading? Which book we are studying again? Yeah. Okay, I think many of you might have missed many other meetings. You can always watch those recordings. Okay, we upload so that in case if you have missed, those who want to hear, some students were asking, so we are uploading that. Okay, so you can take advantage. So we're studying this, the book Krishna Consciousness, the Matchless Gift. Okay, and I think Learning to Love. Remember, this was a episode we were studying, and just you all are able to see the book. Yeah, is it visible? Yeah. Hare Krishna. Is it visible? Yeah, thank you. Yeah. So let us read. Okay, very amazing. Last time we read how Prabhupada gave the example about the supervision. The employee in the company or office is been observed. Here we read, right? If you are able to see, promotion or increment is given to him, but his service record is kept in the office by superiors. Work at superintendent. The living entity works in the middle of the office works job. So his work is being checked and he's been given a promotion or a demotion. Same way Supreme Lord is also witnessing. Now let's read further. The spirit soul transmigrates even in the duration of one life. So transmigrate means what? Migration. It's in a migration, changing, right? Moves. So in this life also, the spirit soul causes the change from one body to another. How? Is it the body different, a new body we get? No. When the body is first manifest in the womb of the mother, then it is very small, just like a pea, and gradually it develops. I think this also we read, right? 2 eyes, 2 ears, 2 nostrils, all these things it develops. And then the further growth happens. Yeah, I think this also we read. Yeah, and the modern education also we read. Yeah, correct. Which has no knowledge about soul. Yeah, real education enables us to understand what we are. This also we read. Okay, I think we should come down. Yeah, I think here we'll start. If the educational system dealt with the proper utilization of what God is supplying, it would improve. All the fruits and grains we eat are given by God, who supplies food to all living entities. Right? So nowadays you ask the children who is giving the milk, they will tell milkman. They don't know that milk comes from cow, and cow is a child of the Lord only. So unfortunately, intelligence is becoming limited. But we all should know everything is being supplied by Lord. Bharta, Bhokta, Maheshwara. Upadrishta, Namantacha, Bharta. Bhagavad Gita says how he is maintaining us. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, it is stated, Jivo Jivanam. Yeah, just keep a mute. So one living entity is a food for another. Animals without hands are food for animals with hands. Ahastani sahastanam apadani chatushpadam falguni tatra mahatam jivo jivasya jivanam. This is that verse 113:47. So those who are animals without hands, they are the food for animals with hands, such as ourselves. Animals with no legs are food for animals with 4 legs. Grass is a living entity, but it has no legs with which to move. And thus it is eaten by cows and other animals. Such non-moving entities are food for moving animals. And in this way, the world is in a constant struggle between exploiters and exploited. Now we also depend on other living entities as a food. Which living entities we take it as a food? Yes, you are understanding?
Yes,
To whom we take as a food? Plants, right? Vegetarianism. They are also life in one sense. But of course, because even science has also proven of plants, many plants we take a fruits, plant doesn't die. Or some plants after giving fruit, they themselves are already dead. So it is as good as not killing the living entities. But anyway, the law is one living being is a food for another. The weaker is exploited by the stronger. This is a nature's law. Traditionally, Vaishnavas or devotees of Krishna do not eat meat. This is not just for the sake of vegetarianism, but for the furtherance of God consciousness. Right? Once Prabhupada was been invited in America to one organization to give a talk. And Prabhupada asked, what is the subject of discussion? Then they said, you have to speak on vegetarianism. Then Prabhupada asked, no, can I speak from Bhagavad Gita? Says, no. They just want to know about vegetarianism because they want to be vegetarian. So Prabhupada says, we're not for vegetarianism or non-vegetarianism. We're for Krishnatarianism. You want to hear about Krishna, then we'll come. Otherwise not. So the purpose of being a vegetarianism is not for just for not to eat meat, but most important, to develop God consciousness, to become a devotee. So how, in order to become a God consciousness, one must follow some rules and regulations. Of course, one has to eat, but the proposal is that one should eat remnants of foodstuffs that are offered to Krishna. So that's what Prabhupada quotes from Bhagavad Gita, how it is being said. Patram pushpam phalam doyam. Anyone knows this verse? Anyone can read? Anyone knows recitation? Very famous verse.
Prabhuji, I know, Prabhuji.
Yeah. So you say, recite.
Patram pushpam phalam toyam yo me bhaktya prayachati tadaham bhaktyupahritam ashnami prayatatmanaha.
Yeah, very nice. Nice, perfect. So you offer me what Krishna is telling, not pizza or burger. Just telling me with a love and devotion, you just give me a leaf, a flower, a fruit, or a water. I will accept it. So Prabhupada is clarifying. It is not that Krishna is hungry and is begging food from us. The purpose of this offering is to create a loving transaction. Like, let's say we give somebody something, he feels very grateful for us. I mean, he will have some kind of feelings for us. It's the same way Krishna wants this transaction, loving transactions. So today's title will give this, transactions for what? You love me and I will love you. So in this world, people they do other transactions except Krishna transactions. But then that is remain futile because nobody is permanent. Things gets deteriorated. As God, Krishna's energy creates and sustains everything. So why should he beg a leaf, a fruit, or a little flower, little water from us? He will be very pleased. However, if we offer him a piece of fruit, a leaf, and a water with love and saying, Krishna, I am so poor that I cannot secure anything. I have secured this fruit and a leaf. Kindly accept it. So we should offer it with love. Such an offering would make Krishna very glad. If he eats what we offer, our life will be successful, for we will actually make friends with Krishna. So who offered these items and became successful? Can anyone say? Patram, a leaf. Who offered leaf and became a successful? Example? There is one example for Patram, one example is for Pushpam, Phalam, and Toyam. Yes. Who offered a leaf and became very dear to Krishna? Which episode you see? The episode of putting a leaf and then Krishna was being conquered. All of you know the Krishna's tula was being done. Krishna was put in a one pan and another pan was
Yes, Prabhuji, Rukmini put the tulsi leaf on one side of the beam.
Yeah, so other queens, they were trying to put all the gold, jewels, nothing was matching. But Mother Rukmini was intelligent. She takes one tulsi leaf and just put it. Krishna immediately comes up, and then that becomes overweighted. So because Krishna is indebted to the devotion of tulsi, so Mother Rukmini became glorified by offering a tulsi to Lord Krishna. That is Patram. Pushpam, who offered flower to Krishna and was perfected his life. Quickly, which episode you see? Who offered flower? Hey Krishna, hey Govinda, and immediately his life was perfected. So, there was one elephant who offered a flower. What is his name?
Prabhuji, Gajendra.
Gajendra, right? He was in a cart hold of a crocodile. With his trunk, he took out that lotus from the lake and offered. Narayanam Namastubhyam. Please accept, O Narayana, O Keshava. And immediately Lord Vishnu came and chopped the crocodile and rescued Gajendra and took him back home, back to Godhead. So offering a pushpam. Phalam, who offered fruits to Krishna and became successful, became glorified. Very famous. When Lord Krishna was a small baby, you remember? There was one fruit vendor lady. Fruit vendor lady, yeah. Remember? So she came and Krishna just gave a handful of grains, but she accepted with love. Then she gave all the fruits.
Gold, jewelers, it will be.
Yeah, everything she got. But she kept that all aside, again filled her basket with the fruits and again went to give Krishna. She was not interested with gold, money and things. She just wanted to offer for Krishna, for his happiness. So that is Phalam. And Toyam, who offered milk, who offered water or a substance of water to Krishna and became perfected. That is Mother Yashoda, right? Who gave her milk for Krishna. and then Mother Yashoda is glorified. So you see, Krishna will automatically become loving transaction will establish. So that's why every day when we take our meals, we should first offer it to Krishna. Say thank you to Krishna and then honor it. Then Prabhupada is telling, surely Krishna will accept, he'll be very glad. And our life will be successful, as we saw these 4 examples. Fruits, flowers, and water can be secured practically in any part of the world by any man, poor or rich, and can be offered. We should remember them then that it is not vegetarianism which is important, nor is it that God is in a need of anything. The important point is that we simply have to try to learn how to love Krishna. So it is not about Krishna is in a need, or it is not that from this verse we know that we have to be vegetarianism. These are not the main thing. Main thing is how to develop love with Krishna, that loving transaction. Then our life will be successful because we'll have a connection with Krishna. Our status, we can put the photo. I'm in connection with Krishna. If you have a connection with Modi or any minister, right? How you feel? Oh, I know Modi. If I just ask him, he will there for me. So same way, Krishna is open for all of us, provided we start this transaction. Offer food before we eat. Simple process. And just say thank you to Krishna. Chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra and then honor. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So this is so simple, Bhakti Yoga. So just as a gratitude, as a love, people think, oh, it is about vegetarianism, it is about being a clean and neat. These are not the main thing. The goal of all Vedas, to have developed love for Krishna. What is that? Shrama eva hi kevalam. Na utpadayad yadiratim, shrama eva hi kevalam. If you are not able to develop love for Krishna, right? We love so many things. We love gadgets, we love our mobiles, we love our sports and games and cars and bikes and chocolates and goodies, except Krishna and devotees. So we should start looking into that, and simple method Prabhupada taught us. Then our life will be successful. Without that, whatever we try, Shramaya Vaikevalam, it is of no good. It is simply will become a 0. But if we add Krishna, it is adding 1. All the zeros will get the value because connection with Krishna, transaction with Krishna. Thank you all very much for joining and giving your association, for having this wonderful book study of Srila Prabhupada. We'll continue further from the next week. Let us end with Vaishnava Pranam. Vancha kalpatarubhyasya kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai.
Thank you all very much. Hare Krishna.